Hi there, I want to welcome you to this channel, 247 Business Ideas in Uganda. I want to thank all those who have liked my video, those who have shared my video, those who have forwarded this link to a friend so that they can subscribe and learn one or two things in business. Others can even contribute ideas to this channel so that everybody can learn and work together so that we can all improve knowledge, or we can start something, because many of you were out there telling me I can't start something, I have no idea, I have no capital. This is the channel. So today we are going to look at business ideas that one can start with 500,000 Ugandan shillings or slightly less. Now, in my first video, many of you asked questions. They were giving me different amounts of capital. Someone is saying, if I have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, what can I start? So today, we are going to begin with those who have 500, 600,000 shillings or slightly less. What can they do out of? Can they start something? The answer is yes, they can start something out of this amount. Now, the first business I want to point out is the popcorn business. Ladies and gentlemen, each of you has eaten popcorns, either prepared at home, bought from Cafe Javas, bought from the street, bought from the traffic jam. Each of you has eaten popcorns. But have you asked your question that how are these popcorns prepared? What does it take to prepare these popcorns? Is it even possible for one to commercialize the business and start preparing popcorns? The answer is yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you need very few things to initiate this business. One, you need a popcorn machine. Now, through research, I've realized that there are two types of popcorn machines. Some popcorn machines are powered by electricity, while others are powered by charcoal. In a company, I think it's called Ron & Sons. They were the first, and I think they are the company that sells popcorns that are powered by charcoal. So you can have any of the options, either to buy a machine powered by electricity or a machine powered by charcoal. Now, those machines are between 200,000 and 500,000 shillings. It will depend on whether one is a brand new machine or a used machine, whether one uses charcoal or one uses electricity. Now, the other thing that you need is a table. A table. Remember, this popcorn machine sits on a table. You'll be looking at those pictures that keep rolling to give you ideas. It sits on a table. Now that table can be between 30,000 and 50,000. Even if it's a used table, there are second-hand furniture shops around Kampala, and actually in each of the areas there are shops that sell second-hand furniture. Buy a used table at around maybe 30 to 50,000, because remember, you're just starting. Then you need a popcorn. The popcorn, currently a kilogram of popcorn is around 3,000 shillings. Actually 4,000 shillings. That's the price of popcorns available in wholesale or grain shops. Then you need cooking oil. You can even start with a liter. A liter is around 4,500 shillings. Then you need salt. A kilogram of salt is between 1,000 and 1,600,000. Then you need rent. Now, usually, you don't need to rent out a whole house. Usually, this business is done on the veranda. Any space in front of a shop can be used to start that business. So you can rent, you can hire out. You can hire out that space. Usually, such places are between 20 and 30,000 shillings per month. However, you need to negotiate with the owner about power. Now, there are people who ask you to pay maybe between 5,000 and 10,000 per month for the power. If it's powered by charcoal, then you're good to go. That one can even be on the street. It can even be in front of a shop. It can be anywhere, because those that are powered by charcoal are even movable. Then maybe the other thing you need is the skill. a skill on how to make popcorns. You can learn from a friend. You can learn from someone who does that, the popcorn. Pay maybe 10,000, or even some people are even kind enough. They can let you learn how to prepare the popcorns. Then the next is to start. So you see, all these calculations we've seen, they are either around 500,000 or slightly less. Even if it's slightly less, say 600,000, you are good to go. Many people eat popcorns. Who is your target market? Everyone. The children, the adults, the corporates, the non-corporates. So long as you prepare very good popcorns, so long as you pack it very well in either Kavera or a paper bag. By the way, paper bags and Kavera, those are one of the requirements. Packaging. If it must be it must be warm. Everyone wants it warm. You must be very clean. Then people will start buying from you. With time, they will get used to you. They'll get used to where your shop is. When most especially this kind of business is done late in the evening, when people are either taking evening tea or others are going back. Most especially those who are driving home, those who are in a jam, those who are moving, they like taking popcorn. So popcorn business is one of the businesses I want to point out to you that can be that one you can start with very minimal capital. The second business I want to point to you is the Muchomo business. I talked to a young man who does Muchomo in one of my areas, and he told me this kind of business is quite lucrative. Now, with the Muchomo business, all you need is that big sigiri where the Muchomo is prepared. Usually, this one is done in a trading center in an open space. Now, there are areas where the place is designated, a specific place is designated for Muchomo, for Muchomo. Most especially, the Muchomo can be that of chicken or can be that of meat. So if it's that of meat, a kilogram of meat is around 15,000 shillings. So if you can buy 2 kilograms, that is around 30,000 shillings. Then you need those sticks. You'll have to find either someone to get for you those sticks, or you can, people who are in the outskirts, you can find a way of getting those sticks. Then you need some salt. Then you need that sigiri. The sigiri, I think the sigiri is the biggest asset. Now, I'm told that such sigiris cost between 100,000 and 200,000. So that is also affordable. Then you need the charcoal. Maybe you can begin with charcoal of 10,000 shillings. It's also profitable because if you calculate, you can get maybe a 20% profit, 30% profit, but it can also be started with less than 500,000 shillings. Then the other business I want to point out to you is that of fresh food. Fresh food. Many areas, almost every area needs fresh food. So you can start out a stall where you can sell all types of fresh food. It can be the vegetables from tomatoes to green pepper to onions to avocado. It can be matoke. It can be greens, the vegetables. I've talked about the vegetables. It can be about everything that is green and fresh for vegetables. It can also be started with capital less than 500,000. All you need is to find a place where a very convenient place, most especially a place with higher traffic, where where people pass and buy. Then you need to find the suppliers in every area. They're usually those suppliers of green vegetables, or sometimes there is a market where you can go and buy those things. Then you need to get someone to build for you a simple store. Even if it's a simple store, that one can take around, say, 100,000 shillings maximum. Then the rent can be between 20 and 30,000 shillings per month, probably, so that you can have some space where you can do and sell the vegetables. So green vegetables, the advantage about it is everybody needs vegetables, from single young people to adults to restaurants to hotels to schools. They all come and buy from you. So it's worth a try. It's worth a try. And the challenge is most of these vegetables are very, very perishable. So you for a start, you need to stock as less as you can, so that you can you stock less till you identify the demand. Till you identify the demand for your vegetables, that's when you can stock more and more and more. The other business I want to point to you is that of selling second-hand clothes. Now, second-hand clothes, like you realize, most of us, including me here, put on second-hand clothes. 9 out of 10 Ugandans wear second-hand clothes or mivumba. So with this, I'm told, the research that I did after talking to some people, is that with less than around maybe 400,000 shillings, you can start your own second-hand clothes. You can buy a bale, normally called the water, of second-hand clothes, wash them, clean them, sometimes you even iron them. Then the next thing is to find a place. Don't find a shop if you are beginning. If you are beginning, you can either find a veranda where you can display, or sometimes in my area, for example, I see ladies, what they do, they ask for space in front of shops that don't sell clothes, of course, because that will be competition. Lay a tarpaulin, tundubali, and then display their clothes every week. Some even decide to sell the clothes in these seasonal markets, akatale k'omubuulo. You just go there, pay maybe around 100,000 shillings to are they called the market officers, people who collect dues from the market. Then you start selling them. This is a kind of business that needs nothing apart from your selling skills, apart from passion, apart from loving it. Start selling to friends, for example. Sell to friends, sell to offices, post on your social media about the availability of any clothes that you have. Then at the end of the day, I'm very confident you'll be able to sell out. You'll be able to sell out the clothes. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the 3 businesses that I thought I would point out to you. Fresh foods, like we said. Then we also talked about Mochomo business. And at first we talked about the popcorn business. Let's try out this. Go out, make some research, but I'm very confident with 500,000 shillings, you can be able to start. Like I always say, start. And if you have to start now. Thank you very much. My name is Isaac Sempicha. If you have any questions or inquiries, kindly call the numbers indicated on your screen. But I think this is what is starting. God bless you.